Hi everyone, I hope that you are all doing well. So this is the second wave of corona going on in the country. So a lot of people are getting affected with this virus again. So please be safe, whether you are inside the home or outside the home. Take all the necessary precautions which are told to you so from so many months. Okay, and don't go unnecessarily outside. That is very important. If you have some urgent work, if you have some important work, then only you go out. Otherwise, stay home. That is the best preventive measures that you can take. Today we are going to complete the Industry and Infrastructure chapter of Economic Survey 2020 to 2021. Okay, this is me, Sayyid Shujatullah. So let us go ahead. Okay, so as you all know that in our last class, in the last video lecture, we have seen that because of pandemic, industrial sector has shown what decreased growth rate. And to revive the industrial sector, the government of India has taken lot of measures, okay, which are comprehensively directed towards these many aspects. Okay, these are the broad features of the revival of or remedial measures for the revival of industrial sector. Broad aspects where they have concentrated. Usually, they have concentrated on transaction cost to decrease it. MSME they have concentrated competition, enhancing that they have concentrated employment creation and securing sustenance in Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. Okay, so much so that 29.87 lakh crore, which is nothing but which is equals to 15% of the GDP, has been awarded for the revival of industrial sector. This we have done. Okay, these are the broad features of revival of industrial sector, and each of them has been properly dealt. Okay, in the form of Atmanirbhar Bharat 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. When we move from 1.0 to 2.0 to 3.0 measures in every Atmanirbhar Bharat 1.0, some measures were taken. Here, some measures were taken. Some measures were taken in order to respond to the situation with respect to industrial sector. Okay. So, in our last class, what we have learned is government has created a fund with a corpus of 3 lakh crore. Okay. Collateral free automatic loans will be given for business, including MSMEs. 20,000 crore subordinate debt for stressed MSMEs. What is the meaning of subordinate debt? I have asked all of you to find out the meaning of it, but I don't know that there was no nothing in the comment section with regard to this. So I'll tell you what is a subordinate debt. Subordinate debt is a debt which a company or individual takes, okay, and which has very less probability, for repayment the individual may not pay it, the company may not pay it. It has a high risk, okay, that they may not pay it. Okay, subordinate debt. When suppose a individual does not have money to pay, or when a company goes for bankruptcy means, okay, बैंक को करप्ट कर दिया, बोलते बैंक के पैसे लेके बैंक को पैसे वापस नहीं करे, उसको बोलते बैंक करप्सी. नथिंग बट कंपनी का दिवाला निकल गया, कंपनी इज नॉट एबल टू रन, कंपनी डूब गई. सो इन दैट केस व्हाट हैपन, एट द फर्स्ट इंस्टेंस कंपनी के जो भी एसेट्स है, मशीन से जो भी वैल्यूएबल एसेट्स है, वो पूरे बेच के इंपॉर्टेंट जो डेट्स रहते हैं उनको पहले रीपे कर देते, and subordinate debts will be paid later. Okay, and there is a high possibility is there वो पे ही नहीं करते subordinate debts. So government has created what 20,000 crore rupees of subordinate debt. So अच्छा है ना, तो कैसे for the stressed MSMEs तो नहीं भी पे करे तो चलता. Okay, so 50,000 crore equity infusion will be provided through MSME funds of funds. We have already seen new definition of MSME. Also, have shown you the slide in my last video. Global tenders to disallowed up to 200 crores. If our MSME micro, small and medium enterprises to be run, the foreign direct investment should not come under this small, medium, okay, micro sector, right? That's why any tender by the government up to 200 crore rupees, okay, FDI will not be allowed. Means government is actually promoting or encouraging the domestic MSMEs to take up the tenders below 200 crores so that the employment, the economic stability could be achieved. Other measures are also taken with regard to the marketability of products of MSMEs. Exhibitions will be conducted, trade fairs will be, okay, held. Okay, then we have to start from here, right? Income tax refund. income tax refund. This also I guess we have done. Okay, so income tax refunds will be given to nearly 8.2 lakh small businesses worth 5,204 crore. These all values are not important. Just you mention if they ask you in the examination in the prelims. Income tax refund is one of the measure taken in Atmanirbhar Abhiyan 1.0 with respect to MSME. Means it is right. This also we have seen relief of 1500 crores to Mudra Shishu loans. Okay. And to provide interest subvention, I told you, if you are paying regularly your EMIs, then government will bear some of your interest share. 7% you are giving to the bank, government will say, okay, you don't give 7%, you give 5% to the bank, we will give you 2%. Okay, as because you are a prompt payer of your loan. Okay, ease of doing business for the businesses including MSME. All these we have already learned. Okay, now with regard to Atmanirbhar Abhiyan 1.0 measures for the power sector, what do we have? 90,000 crores liquidity injection for the discoms. Means 90,000 crores money will be poured into distribution companies. DIS means distribution, COM means companies. Okay. Generally, power generation will happen, power transportation will happen, power distribution will happen. Okay, just like in our Telangana state, we are having TS Genco, Telangana State Generation Company. Then we are having TS Transco, Telangana State Transportation Company. Then we are having TS Disco, डिस्कॉम्स डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कंपनीज जो घर के इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल आते हैं ना, घर के पास जो भी नजदीक का जो भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी स्टेशन है उसको बोलते हैं हम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कंपनीज. दीज पावर सेक्टर डिस्कॉम्स आर सफरिंग ह्यूज लॉसेस, दे आर सफरिंग ह्यूज लॉसेस. दैट्स व्हाई गवर्नमेंट हैज गिवन 90,000 crores okay for the rejuvenation of power sector. Okay, what else we have in Atmanirbhar Abhiyan 1.0 measures for industrial sector. For real estate purpose, because you know that industrial sector is having what? Three subsector: manufacturing we are having, construction we are here, we are having electricity, gas, power, water supply. See, power is anyhow given here. Okay, construction sector is nothing but related to real estate sector, right? Manufacturing के अभी तक तो जितने भी पढ़े, whatever the steps we have learned till now in our last video, and just now I have done the revision. Okay, here majority of the steps were towards the manufacturing sector only, that is MSME. Okay, so what is there in real estate? Real estate में क्या है? The extension of registration and completion due date of real estate projects under Real Estate रेगुलेशन एंड डेवलपमेंट एक्ट. रियल एस्टेट को रेगुलेट करना और उसको डेवलप करने का एक एक्ट बनाए. ओके, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हाउसिंग एंड अर्बन अफेयर्स टू एडवाइज स्टेट एंड ड्यूटीज एंड द रेगुलेटरी अथॉरिटीज टू फॉलोइंग these steps. Treat COVID-19 as an event of force majeure under RERA. Force majeure बोल तो कैसा भी होना ही था. Extend the registration and completion date so moto by 6 months for all registered projects. ओके, विदाउट द नीड ऑफ इंडिविजुअल एप्लीकेशन. अगर कुछ भी रियल एस्टेट का जो भी कंस्ट्रक्शन एक्टिविटीज रुक गए, ओके, घर बनना था, बिल्डिंग बनना था, कॉम्प्लेक्स बनना था या मॉल बनना था, जो भी रुक गए ना, तो जल्दी जल्दी उनका रजिस्ट्रेशन करके उनको स्टार्ट करो. बिकॉज अपने को एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएट करना है. बिकॉज अपन पढ़े भी, ओके, ब्रॉडली फीचर्स, वन ऑफ द ब्रॉड फीचर्स ऑफ दिस आत्मनिर्भर अभियान 1.0 इज वी हैव सीन इन द फर्स्ट स्लाइड, दैट इज एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएशन. तो अगर जल्द से जल्द अगर अपन कंपनीज को रजिस्टर करके उनको परमिशन दिए तो दे विल आल्सो स्टार्ट देयर कंस्ट्रक्शन. तो दैट इज व्हाट दे आर सेइंग. Regulatory authorities may extend this for another period up to 3 months if needed. Issue fresh project registration certificate automatically with revised timelines. जल्द से जल्द काम करा दो. Okay, that is what it is all about. Public sector enterprise policy for a new and self-reliant India. Government to announce a new coherent policy. Coherent means एक अच्छी सी सब सेक्टर्स को मिला के, where all sectors are open to private sector while public sector enterprises will play an important role in defined areas. Okay, so government अभी क्या कर रही बोलते, lot of de-reservation के पीछे लग गई. De-reservation is nothing but government is not reserving कि ये सेक्टर्स में हम ही प्रोड्यूस करते हैं या हम ही सर्विस देते हैं. जैसे अगर ऐसा कर दे रेलवे से, ओके, जैसे कि स्पेस है, इसमें क्या है, एटॉमिक एनर्जी है, government के sectors is reserved for government sector. Now government want to go for de-reservation, means most of the sector government want to give it to what? Private sector, and very less sector it want to keep it with itself, and we call that sector which are very important for the public. So many of the students ask me, sir, what is the meaning of strategic sector? Strategic बोलते क्या है? Strategic sectors are those sectors which are important for public welfare, important for security of the country. Okay, security of the country. Okay, so these are some of the aspects where we call it as strategic. Like atomic energy बहुत important है. Okay, like railways बहुत important है, public welfare के लिए काम में आती है, लोगों को आने जाने के लिए काम में आती है. Okay, then we are having defense, national security के लिए. Space, okay, India science and technological power बताने के लिए. Okay, so there strategic sectors are those sectors which are very important for the public aspect, okay, purpose, and also which are very important for the security of the nation. So government said that we will give you the list of strategic sector हम देते, वहीं पे public sector enterprises काम करते. In strategic sector at least one enterprise will remain in public sector, but private sector will also be allowed, ये भी बोल दिए. Okay, one enterprise will remain. अभी मतलब है, समझो रेलवे है, रेलवे में ये strategic sector, if it is listed as a strategic sector, government का तो रहता ही रहता, private sector will also be allowed. At least one company will be present in that particular strategic sector, but it does not mean that we don't allow the private sector. Private sector can also be a part of that particular strategic sector, but government का भी रहता. In other sector, public sector enterprises will be privatized. Okay, timing to be based on feasibility. Okay, आपको तो मालूम है यहाँ अभी जो whatever the BJP government is there, they are more towards privatization because of various reasons. Okay, so slowly private sector enterprises will be privatized. To minimize the wasteful administrative cost, number of enterprises in the strategic sector will ordinarily be 1 to 4. Okay, 1 to 4. So strategic sector में 1 से 4 तक 4 company maximum they will establish, not more than that. Not more than that. अगर इससे ज़्यादा भी है, what do we do is we'll merge. What do we do? We will, so we are trying to cut down the number of public sector enterprises. Okay, administrative cost को कम करना है तो merge कर देना है. Okay. So that was all about Atmanirbhar Bharat 1.0 measures. So what is there in Atmanirbhar Bharat 2.0? Second tranche of measure. अभी यहाँ पे क्या नए measures लेके आए? 25,000 crores and additional capital expenditure was given to Ministry of Road Transport and Ministry of Defence. Okay, very easy, you can directly understand. Capital expenditure is nothing but when you make a asset, when you make a asset, when you make a office, when you make a project, when you make a building, that is called as capital expenditure. कुछ ना कुछ बनाना है, okay, that is the asset. Then Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.0 में क्या है? Third tranche of measures. यहाँ पे क्या मिला इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर को? Okay, government has identified 10 sectors as champion sectors, and for the promotion of this 10 champion sector, government has given 1.46 lakh crores. Okay, and all these 10 sectors are in their manufacturing or production. Okay, 18,000 crores additional outlay for the PM Awas Yojana. Awas means house. Housing के लिए 18,000 crore रुपए दे रही है. Okay, urban. Support for construction and infrastructure. Okay, relaxation of earnest money deposit and performance equity on government tenders. So now another important homework for you is you should tell me in the comment section what is this. Okay, earnest money deposit means what? 1.10 lakh crore platform for infrastructure debt financing. Okay, so 1.10 lakh crore rupees were given in infrastructure debt financing. तो एक मेट्रो बनाना है, मेट्रो बनाने के लिए सिक्योरिटीज देना है. ओके, सिक्योरिटीज इशू करना है, बॉन्ड्स एंड ऑल इशू करना है, इशू करके पब्लिक से पैसे रेस करना है. पब्लिक मीन्स इट विल बी प्राइवेट सेक्टर ऑल्सो, बैंकिंग सेक्टर ऑल्सो, LIC ऑल्सो, मुथूट ऑल्सो, एनी अदर. ओके, एनी अदर थिंग इज पॉसिबल हियर. So infrastructure debt financing. Infrastructure banana hai. We have to construct infrastructure. So in the form of what? Debt financing. Government will issue bonds and government will raise 1.10 lakh crore. 6,000 crore equity infusion will be given in National Investment Infrastructure Fund. ओके 6,000 करोड़ गवर्नमेंट ही दे देगी इसमें. ओके 6,000 करोड़, तो 1 लाख करोड़ पेश करना है. 10,200 crores additional budget outlay will be provided towards capital and industrial expenditure for domestic defense equipment. Very common, directly you can study. Industrial incentives will be given in 3.2. Industrial infrastructure will be created in 3.2, and green energy was given importance in 3.2. Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.2. All these are, I don't have to explain all of these because these are all factual things. There is no concepts involved here except infrastructure debt financing. ये concept है which I have told you. Okay, infrastructure बनाने के लिए government will issue bond. When government issue bond, government is debted or not? Yes, government is debted. Okay, that is what you require to know here. So what is the importance of industrial sector? Industrial sector acts as a very important backward and forward linkages with other sector of economy, because industrial sector will provide like tractors, threshers, sowers to agriculture sector, right or wrong? Right. Fine. And in the same way, it has got other important okay. For manufacturing sector, industrial sector helps in what power production बनाने के लिए, power बनाने के लिए, right? Industrial sector helps in the construction for the any offices, okay, etc. So industrial sector is like a backbone of any economy because it is having both forward and backward linkages with other sector of economy. बहुत ज़्यादा काम में आता है. लाइक फूड प्रोसेसिंग सेक्टर भी एक इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर है. ओके, फूड प्रोसेसिंग सेक्टर लाइक मिल्क को कर्ड बनाना, कर्ड को लस्सी बनाना, फालूदा बनाना, बटर बनाना, मस्का बनाना, ऑल दीज आर वर्ड. ओके, डेयरी से अपने को मिल्क आता बिकॉज कर्ड कैन नॉट बी डायरेक्टली प्रोड्यूस फ्रॉम काउ और बफेलो और शीप, सो यू विल गेट मिल्क ओनली. मिल्क विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू ऑल ऑफ these forms. So backward and forward linkages we are having. A strong industrial sector is a sine qua non for Atmanirbhar. Very important for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Sine qua non means कैसा भी बहुत जरूरी है कि इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर स्ट्रांग होना चाहिए. Gross value added, okay, means the GVA of industrial sector is expected to record a growth of minus 9.6%. तो कम होने वाला है. Overall contribution rests the same 25.8% in 2020 to 2021. Very important point. Please do remember. Okay, so सर्वे में दिया ये, दिस इज गिवन इन द सर्वे दैट इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर इज गोइंग टू रिकॉर्ड minus 9.6% negative growth rate, and overall contribution of industrial sector is 25.8%. Latest survey का latest data है, please do remember this point, these are very important. And one more point, the survey has given that the industrial sector contribution to the GVA has been continuously declining. Very important statement for the prelims examination. The fall in share is across the broad aspect. क्यों हो रहा है ये नेगेटिव ग्रोथ रेट, क्यों हो रहा है ये फॉल इन शेयर, क्यों हो रहा? ओके, बिकॉज electricity, gas, water supply and other utility services whose share in GV has increased from 2.3% to 2.7% in the okay फाइनेंशियल ईयर 2020 टू 2021. तो ये सेक्टर्स को छोड़ के बाकी के पूरे सेक्टर डिक्रीज हो गए. Okay, that's why we are seeing what constantly decline in the share of industrial sector GVA. Okay, industrial sector GVA to the overall GVA. Okay, तो यहाँ पे clearly mention है in the survey, it is clearly mentioned that the fall in share is across the broad aspect. Broad. Okay, बहुत other sectors में the fall in share हुआ except ये जो electricity, gas, water supply and other utility services, they have increased their share. Okay, whereas other has shown decrease. That's why you can see that industrial sector GVA is constantly declining in overall GVA. आप यहीं पे देख लो, आपको प्रॉपर समझ में आ जाता. Overall industrial sector 0.9 है and we are expecting that it will decrease by minus 9.6. Mining भी कम हुआ, minus 12 जा रहा, manufacturing minus 9.4. See, electricity 2.7. Electricity, gas, water supply and other utilities have shown increased growth rate. I have told you, no, like that. Construction sector is also seen what growth. तो ये पूरा मिला के we are going to see what minus 9.6%. Okay, growth rate we are going to see in the next financial year. Okay. So in the prelims examination, this will be asked according to the economic survey 2020 to 21. Okay, the share of which one of the following will show positive growth rate in 2021 fiscal. Positive growth rate, the share of electricity share will be seen as positive. Positive increase नहीं बोला, increase तो हुआ नहीं because it decreased actually, but it has shown was positive growth rate. Positive means at least plus में तो है, it is in plus at least. Okay. Trends in industrial sector. Let us see index of 8 core industries and index of industrial production. Positive growth rate is seen in IIP because you know that when lockdown got over, we started unlocking process. Unlocking process में क्या हुआ? Definitely all these sectors started running and they have seen what growth. Positive growth we have seen in IIP for the first time since September 2020 से लेके, since after the lockdown. The IIP has around 407 items. Very important point. The index of industrial production has 407 items. The 8 core industries that support infrastructure such as coal, crude oil, natural gas, refinery products, fertilizer, steel, cement, electricity. How you are going to remember all of this? You remember in this way. Cafe, coffee day, friends. Cafe, coffee day, friends. Like that you remember. C means coal. Another C means crude oil. Another C means cement. Okay. So like that you see. 1 second. Cafe, coffee day, friends. Cafe, coffee day में जाके friends सब बैठेंगे. C means coal. Another C means cement. Crude, D you remember, crude oil, D. Okay. F means fertilizers. R means oil refinery. Refinery products you remember. N means directly we are having natural gas. Okay. Then S means steel. And F R I E. E means what? Electricity. Okay. Like that you remember. You will get it. Okay. ये पूरे जो कोर सेक्टर है इनका परसेंटेज ऑफ वेटेज कितना है? 40% है. वेटेजेस असाइन इन ऑर्डर टू नो दैट इंपॉर्टेंट सेक्टर का इन्फ्लुएंस ओवरऑल कितना है. ओवरऑल इंपॉर्टेंट सेक्टर का इन्फ्लुएंस ओवरऑल कितना है. सपोज 5% इंक्रीज टू 10%. इट मीन्स व्हाट? इफ 5% इंक्रीज टू 10% इन इंडस्ट्री IIP अगर इतना इंक्रीज हुआ, as we know that 40% of IIP is of these 8 core industries, so you can expect that this change is because all these 8 sector might have done a really wonderful job, right or wrong. So we'll be very happy if this happens. So 2019 to 20 में इनका 0.3 था. 2021 में they are going to be minus 11.4. Minus 11.4 कम ही होने वाला है because of lockdown. Primary goods sector है इनमें. Primary goods sector is there like electricity, gas, water supply. All these are primary sector power. Okay, primary sector has got a weightage of 34.05%. Okay, was as it was sluggish. Okay, primary sector growth was sluggish as compared to its counterparts. बहुत slow growth है किसमें? Primary sector goods में. Okay, just like I have told you, primary sector goods क्या होते हैं? Okay, 30 and इसका weightage कितना है? ये 8 core industries weightage is 40%. Primary goods sector weightage is 34.5%. Okay, इनका 8 core industry sector will be declining to minus 11.4%. Primary sector growth is sluggish. Industrial activities recovered sharply except the mining sector. Except the mining sector, industrial activities recovered sharply. That is what the survey is saying. देखो यहाँ पे देख लो आपको प्रॉपर समझ में आ जाता. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन. तो यहाँ पे सबसे ज्यादा प्राइमरी गुड्स 34.5 वेटेज है. ओके, फॉलोड बाय यू आर हैविंग हियर इंटरमीडिएट गुड्स, स्टील एंड ऑल यहाँ पे है. कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल्स मीन्स ये जो अपन कपड़े प्रेस करते हैं, आयरन, माइक्रोवेवन, ओके, यूटेंसिल्स, ये कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल है. कंज्यूमर नॉन ड्यूरेबल क्या है? खाने के, लाइक कुरकुरे, कोलगेट, ओके, एंड यू आर हैविंग दैट ऑयल, ये पूरे क्या है? ये कंज्यूमर नॉन ड्यूरेबल्स है. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यू नो विच इज कंस्ट्रक्शन एक्टिविटीज में. कैपिटल गुड्स यू नो, ट्रैक्टर्स, बुलडोजर्स, okay, capital goods, machinery, heavy machineries are called as capital goods. So if you see that the lowest weightage in IIP is given for capital goods sector, the highest weightage is given for a primary goods sector. Okay, 34. And core industries are given what? 40%. Okay, primary goods sector is given 34.05%. Least weightage is given to capital goods sector. See survey calculation based on MS, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. ग्रॉस कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन का मतलब क्या है? कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन का मतलब है एडिशन ऑफ न्यू लैंड इन प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस, एडिशन ऑफ न्यू मशीनरीज, एडिशन ऑफ न्यू इक्विपमेंट, न्यू टूल्स. Okay, so you know that एक पाना रहता नहीं, like this pana will be there. Okay, you might be knowing this. This is called as pana. If one pana is there and it becomes 10 panas, it means what? Capital formation हुआ. One tractor becomes 10 tractors, capital formation हुआ. Okay, capital formation is nothing but usually tractors को नहीं बोलते, fixed asset होना चाहिए. Means the machineries which at one place stays and helps in what production process. We call that as capital formation. जितने वो बढ़ेंगे उतना production भी बढ़ेगा, right or wrong? Yes, very right. So capital formation is very very important for the economy. Okay. The rate of gross capital formation in industry registered a sharp rise from 1.2% to 17.5%. ओके, तो ये तो 18 में तो 1.2 था, 19 में 17.5 आया. कंस्ट्रक्शन फॉलोड बाय इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, गैस, वाटर सप्लाई एंड अदर यूटिलिटी सर्विसेज हैज सीन व्हाट? राइज. यही सेक्टर में राइज इन ग्रॉस कैपिटल फॉर्मेशन हुआ, यही सेक्टर में, दूसरे सेक्टर्स में नहीं हुआ. ओके. क्रेडिट, कितने पैसे बैंक से इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर को मिले? क्रेडिट ग्रोथ रेट रिकॉर्डेड माइनस नेगेटिव ग्रोथ रेट इन अक्टूबर 2020. Okay, as compared to 3.4% in the last year growth rate. ये 2020 का अक्टूबर, 2019 का अक्टूबर. ओके, तो यहाँ पे था 3.4% इंडस्ट्रियल क्रेडिट मिला था, इतना पैसा इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर को मिला था. इट रिकॉर्डेड व्हाट? अक्टूबर में माइनस में चले गया, नहीं मिला होता. ओके. So there was a concept in the economic survey which is called as laggards and leads. Laggards and leads. Laggards बोलते हो जहाँ पे क्रेडिट मिला ही नहीं. ओके, और वहाँ पे ये जो सेक्टर्स है बहुत नेगेटिव ग्रोथ रेट में चले. लीड्स आर नथिंग बट दे आर एक्चुअली हेल्पिंग टू रिवाइव व्हाट? इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर. ये इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर को हेल्प कर रहे हैं आगे बढ़ने के लिए. ओके, laggards. Laggards in the group are all engineering related sectors, cement and cement products, basic metal and metal products, which has recorded negative growth rate in 2019. Negative growth rate. ये laggards है, very very important. Which one of the following industries are laggards according to the economic survey? They will ask you. Because of these laggards, industrial sector is not up to the level reviving itself. यहाँ पे बहुत slow हो रहा growth rate. Okay. परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ सेंट्रल पब्लिक सेक्टर इंटरप्राइजेस. अभी इंडस्ट्री सेक्टर में we are having government industries also, we are having private sector also, as you all know. So let us see what government sector is doing in industrial sector. As on January 15, 2021, there are around 366 public sector enterprises. The total profit of profit making CPSEs were 1.38 lakh crores. इतना है, इतने पैसे कमा रहे हमारे. Just by आपका consolidated fund of India में you will see that government will get money from tax and non-tax revenue, profit, interest. No, profits also will be a part of consolidated fund of India, right or wrong? See, profit यहाँ से आता, यही पूरा भी CFI में ही जाता. So the profit making public sector enterprises are accounting 1.38 lakh crores. Okay, whereas consolidated loss of loss making enterprises are this much, 44.816 crores loss हुआ दूसरे पब्लिक सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस में. द ओवरऑल नेट प्रॉफिट ऑफ द CPSEs डिक्लाइन. ये जो भी आया ये उतना सफिशिएंट नहीं हुआ. ये एक्चुअली प्रीवियस ईयर से व्हेन वी कंपेयर इट इज लेस ओनली, दैट्स व्हाई नेट प्रॉफिट एक्चुअली डिक्लाइन. देयर आर 4 सेक्टर्स इन विच CPSEs आर ऑपरेटिंग. एग्रीकल्चर में है माइनिंग एंड एक्सप्लोरेशन, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड सर्विस सेक्टर. जस्ट लाइक इन एग्रीकल्चर में यू कैन नेम व्हाट? फूड कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया है. माइनिंग में यू नेम व्हाट? नेशनल मिनरल डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन है. ओके, माइनिंग. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में आपके पास बेल है, ECIL है, बहुत सारे हैं. Okay, service में you are having what Air India है, you are having BSNL है, like that. So there are four sectors are there in which public sector enterprises are operating: agriculture, mining, exploration, manufacturing, and service sector. So government इतना losses हुआ, this much losses we are having. Our government is taking any reforms in order to bring the public sector enterprises into the growth track, in the profitable track? Let us see. Under Atmanirbhar Bharat mission, the government has proposed to rationalize the participation of CPSEs in commercial activities. Rationalization is nothing but cutting down the wasteful expenditures and giving money to only those units which are profitable, and not giving or trying to wind up those units which are not at all profit making. जो लॉस कर रहे हैं उनको या उड़ा दो, निकाल दो, और जो प्रॉपर चल रहे हैं उनको ही दो पैसा. It has been argued that existence of CPSE should not only be in the strategic sector. So अभी तक since 1950 onwards, okay, since the time of independence, CPSEs are majorly in strategic sector. गवर्नमेंट अभी क्या बोली, भाई स्ट्रेटेजिक सेक्टर में ही क्यों काम करना, विल टेक अप दी इंडस्ट्रीज इवन इन व्हाट कमर्शियल एक्टिविटीज में भी हम जाते, विल आल्सो गो इनटू व्हाट कमर्शियल एक्टिविटीज, लाइक कमर्शियल एक्टिविटीज मींस वेयर यू कैन हैव व्हाट, ये जो भी है सेलिंग के लिए, ओके, प्रोडक्ट्स फॉर दी सेलिंग पर्पस, इन ऑर्डर टू मेक व्हाट प्रॉफिट, लाइक आप समझो वैलेट्स, ओके, पर्सेस, ओके, मोबाइल फोन्स, सॉरी, एनी अदर थिंग. ये जो क्या है कमर्शियल सेक्टर से गवर्नमेंट बोले कि हम क्यों रहना स्ट्रेटेजिक सेक्टर में, विल आल्सो गो इनटू दिस सेक्टर आल्सो, गवर्नमेंट सेड दैट वे. Accordingly, the number of public sector enterprises in strategic sector would ideally be limited to 4, as I've already told you. The rest of them are going to be merged or they are going to be privatized. Okay. Further, the CPSEs in the non-strategic sector would be privatized. Okay, as per the guidelines issued. जो CPSEs नहीं काम कर रहे स्ट्रेटेजिक सेक्टर में, उनको तो जाना है प्राइवेट सेक्टर के हाथ में. So guidelines are not issued, but they are going to do it. The initiative is to bring healthy competition in these sectors and will also assist the government to focus extensively on strategic sectors. Completely revamp the board of directors of CPSEs to reorganize their structure. तो ये तो करना है, पूरा बोर्ड का सिस्टम चेंज करो, जो भी हेड्स थे उनके डिसीजन मेकिंग जो भी है, जैसा इलेक्शन प्रोसीजर है, वो की जो वोटिंग जो होती, द प्रोजेक्ट जो साइन करते, ये सब को रिऑर्गेनाइज करो. Enhance their operational autonomy, उनको बहुत powers दो so that they can, bureaucrats can have their more say in the decision making process. With strong corporate governance करो, corporate जैसा काम करती वैसा काम करने लगाओ. Department of Public Enterprises has separately initiated revamping of performance monitoring system of CPSEs to make it more objective and forward looking. अभी public sector enterprises को performance targets दिए, अभी आप इतना अचीव करना तो करना ही है. Okay, and this work is done by what? Department of Public Enterprises. Reforms in the direction of timely closure of sick and loss making. So reforms are also taken. जो public sector enterprise, जो government की company काम नहीं कर रही, not profit है, loss making है, उनको जल्द से जल्द close up कर देना है. Winding, timely closure means winding करना है. Okay, so when we have learned about public sector enterprises, अभी private वाले क्या कर रहे देखेंगे. Let us see what private sector is doing. Private sector performance क्या है? How they are performing in industrial sector? The recovery was led by iron and steel, food products, cement, automobile and pharmaceutical companies. Private sector में ये industries has performed really well. Okay, the net profit for the manufacturing sector contracted by 7.8%. तो corporate sector का भी manufacturing जो भी percentage है contract हुआ. Like 100% if they are doing before, because of pandemic, now they are doing how much? 93.2. So corporate sector performance has also got affected because of what? Pandemic. But these sectors were helping them to revive their life, their performance. Ease of doing business में है क्या? What is there in ease of doing business? Okay, government has created a pro-business environment. Pro means very smooth, very easy, very good, very conducive environment to enable the country to become the global hub for manufacturing and economic activities. तो हम ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करें जिससे हम लाइसेंस भी जल्दी दे देंगे, उनको खर्चा पानी देंगे, उनको इंसेंटिव्स देंगे, उनको टैक्स रिबेट देंगे, उनको लैंड देंगे, उनको पावर देंगे, हर चीज. सो वी मेड ए वेरी टैक्सेशन सिस्टम इजी करेंगे उनका, so that they should, our country should become a hub of what manufacturing, simplification and rationalization of many existing and age old rules and regulation. जो भी एक्ट्स है, जो भी रूल्स रेगुलेशन है, उनको पूरा सिंप्लीफाई करने का गवर्नमेंट हैज स्टार्टेड दिस responsibility. The introduction of information technology and single window clearance to make sorry, to make governance more efficient. So don't worry, I don't have corona, all such things. It's just a viral fever. I have confirmed it. Okay. The introduction of information technology and single window clearance to make governance more efficient. Okay. This is very important because if you want to enhance the government efficiency, then you have to introduce what IT. अगर मुझे बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट लेने जाना है, मुझे एमआर ऑफिस जाके वहाँ पे अप्लाई करना पड़ता. Okay. Instead of that, if IT is there, I can directly apply on internet or not. Yes. This is called as efficiency enhanced. हुई नहीं हुई? Yes. So it's very important that government should bring in more and more IT stuff in order to revive the governance, in order to make the good governance process. E-governance भी बोलते हैं इसको. As per the Doing Business Report 2020, the rank of India in the Ease of Doing Business Index for 2019 has moved upwards. Very, very well we are doing here. 63rd position. Okay. 2018 में 77 था, 2019 में हमारा हो गया 63rd position. So we have improved very, very significantly with regard to ease of doing business thanks to the various reforms taken by the government. India has improved in its position in 7 out of 10 indicators. Acknowledges India Ease of Doing Business report, which is released by, I guess, World Bank releases it. So please confirm and write in the comment section whether World Bank is right or wrong. Acknowledges India as one of the top 10 improvers. Top 10 improvers. As per the uh, Ease of Doing Business Report 2020, the leads means those who are reviving the economic growth, who are getting electricity, trading across borders and others. Whereas the main laggards are, okay, main laggards are a contracts related issue, registration issue, property issue, okay, insolvency related to banks and payment of taxes. These are hindering our ease of doing business process. Okay, or what are the things that are giving us more mileage with regard to ease of doing business means electricity देना, trading across border, ये जो globalized things है ना, we are doing very good. But our ease of doing business is getting harmed because of what? Contract related issues, government का private FDA से का जो भी foreign company से contract, registration issue, property issue, all these insolvency related aspects, payment of taxes, these are actually hindering our ease of doing performance to even more good levels. Ease of doing business at a point in time may not give an appropriate picture of overall leads and laggards in the index because it does not capture the policy initiative and reforms taken in the recent past. It is very right. देखो रिपोर्ट आई 2020 में, अब 2021 में हम बहुत सारे रिफॉर्म्स लिए, बट हम पढ़ रहे कब? ये मार्च में पढ़ रहे. मार्च क्या है? आज मार्च 12 है. मार्च 12 2021 वी आर रीडिंग दैट. ओके, रिपोर्ट कब आई? 2020 में आई. तो ये पीरियड में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया हैज टेकन मेनी रिफॉर्म्स, राइट और रॉन्ग. सो दीज वर नॉट टेकन इनटू अकाउंट. So ease of doing business report will not give us a appropriate picture, but still we can rely on it because it is not that old also. That's why it is mentioned in the economic survey. Okay, देखो हमारा इंडियाज रैंक इन ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस 133 था 2009 में, कम हुआ कम हुआ कम हुआ, बड़ा थोड़ा ज़्यादा बढ़ गया, 15 से लेके कम ही होते गए. वी आर नाउ एट 63. स्कोर भी हमारा बढ़ते गया देखो. Okay, score also increased. So from 54.5 to 70. So 100 का रहता पूरा, हम यहाँ तक आ गए. We have come here. So we are doing very, very well. I hope that you like the lecture. Please put in the comment section. Do share and subscribe to my channel so that all of the students could take the benefit of it. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Good night. Take care.